Good afternoon here from Donaueschingen in Germany. I'm Rikki Bingham, one of the British coaches, and with me is...
I'm Klein from Luxembourg. I was this week here as volunteer, but normally I'm also shooting on those events.
So we're here this afternoon with the Recurve team events at the 2015 Para World Championships. We're now going into the Recurve Women Open team event, the bronze medal match, which will be 3 people in each team, 3 women in each team, and the match here consists of 5th ranked Brazil versus 3rd ranked Korea. Brazil will be shooting on target 1 and Korea will be shooting on target 2.
We shot already the bronze and gold medal match of mixed team. We came online now and we will go with you through these matches.
So just to recap the results that we've already had this afternoon, we had Korea versus Italy in the bronze medal match, and Italy won that. And then the gold match was the People's Republic of China versus Russia, and the number 1 ranked team, People's Republic of China, took that match 4-2.
Well, we saw already in the first match a shoot-off, Korea against Italy. Italy won the shoot-off with a really great score.
So this afternoon the team event will consist of 3 archers on each team. Each archer will shoot 2 arrows.
We are shooting in alternative system. So every team is shooting 1 arrow. Each archer from one team is shooting 1 arrow, and then the other team starts to shoot. Everyone shot 6 arrows.
They have 120 seconds to shoot their 6 arrows. So it equates to 20 seconds an arrow. So they'll shoot their first 3 arrows, then the other team will shoot their 3 arrows, and the timer will stop after they've shot their 3 arrows, and it will restart again, so that they'll have 120 seconds for their 6 arrows. We're shooting the set system, so it'll be the first team to reach 5 set points will win.
We are shooting 4 sets. After 4 sets, each team has 4 set points. We are going to shoot off, where every archer is shooting 1 arrow, and when the score is tied, we are looking to the closed arrow to the center.
So for those of you who tuned in this morning's competition was the compound bows, which you'll notice were a lot shorter and had what appeared to be like wheels, which are actually cams at the top and bottom, which allow the bow. It has a heavy peak weight as it's drawn back, but then the weight drops off by between 65 and 85%. So your peak weight may be 60 pounds, but your holding weight's only around the 15 to 20 pound mark. The recurve bows are much longer. They get their name from the curve of the limb, which are the bits at the top and the bottom that start to curve away from the archer. As they draw back, the weight gets heavier and heavier and heavier, and at full draw, it's at its heaviest peak weight.
Brazil is shooting first on target 1.
I would suggest at least another 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes, if they can stand on the satellite dish to see if it becomes stable.
Oh, that was better to start. 3 points. Again, 3 points on the other side of the target. There's a lot of more wind than in the morning and also the finals before.
Yeah, you'd expect we've seen that the arrows have been moving right when archers have been coming off of the practice bosses onto the competition bosses, so that's where we've seen them mostly this afternoon.
6 points. Let's see what Korea is doing now.
Korea qualified in 3rd, so they're the highest seed going into this match.
8 points. Brazil was seeded as 5th. 7 points for Korea.
Just out that one, really close.
Oscar, lì, sta entrando.
4 points. Korea is leading by 7 points after 3 errors.
Yeah, so I was just shooting with a very low back elbow.
7 points.
Looks as if it's as far as she can lift her arm, so it looks slightly different to some of the other archers. You notice that Recurve archers have a very nice high back elbow, have a very straight line, but obviously the archers at these games have to work around their disabilities, so we see some really, really interesting techniques of how to get the out, and the performances that come from it are just amazing, really.
It's amazing to see them shooting here and doing sports.
That's what I used to do when I was
6 points. 32 points.
And although Brazil are the host nation for the Paralympic Games, they're still here. They've still got to earn their quota places for the Games.
8 points. Even if they wouldn't be here in the bronze medal, they are qualified because they are the hosted country. So it's not like in the normal.
It's not like in the normal Olympics. In the Paralympics, you have to still earn places.
Okay. 8 points.
So they were competing in the quota place competition yesterday afternoon.
Seven points. This was a tricky shot. 32 on 42 points.
So Korea take the first set there. Korea are a leading nation in recurve archery, and to be honest, their compound archery has, over the past few years, become quite world leading as well. So they know how to shoot, these guys.
Yeah, they won a few medals in Copenhagen on the World Championships, and like you saw before, they were also shooting really good in compound as Paralympics. Korea won in the quarterfinal against USA and lost in the semi-final against Russia. If we look at Brazil was winning against Italy in the quarterfinals and lost against People's Republic of China in the semi-final. And the match between China and Russia we will see after this match.
Well, the three-person team is actually no longer an event going into the Paralympics. It's been replaced by the mixed team. So it's just a World Championship event now rather than a Paralympic event, and therefore any results that come from the three-person teams won't equate to any quota places.
Brazil is shooting first because they are not leading the match. Seven points.
Brazil 7.
So the breeze is still blowing through, and actually it's quite. If you're not shooting, it's quite nice because it's very, very hot here.
9 points.
But over that distance of 70 metres, the very light arrows with the fletchings can just get drifted by the wind.
Quite easily.
Our recurve bow only has probably has a speed of around 200, 230 feet per second.
If you look at this, it had 173 kilometers per hour.
Yeah, so you can see the speed, on the speed meter in the middle of the field. Compound bows travel much faster, up to about 300 feet per second.
9 points. We
So-
were at 250 kilometers per hour in the morning. Not every archer has this speed, but there are lots of archers who are shooting with many points. They have this speed. 7 points.
So if the arrows are travelling slower, then they have to travel at a higher trajectory. So the wind will catch them slightly higher up as well, so they won't get as protective. And they're travelling further than the compound arrows. They're travelling at 70 metres. So there's a lot more chance of getting hit by the wind with a recurve bow.
3 points. If you look at the third arrow of the Brazilian team, it's not sure if this is an 8 or 9. It's too close to see it from here, and the judge has decided if it's a 9 or an 8. Six points.
So nice group on the right still for Brazil. They just need to...
5 points.
The main group's on the right. That was just a wide blue there.
The shot was also not so good.
No. It's so critical. You're trying to repeat the same shot over and over again.
8 points.
And a change in the rhythm, a change in the time, and a loss of pressure can make an arrow go quite wide.
Nine points. Quite close to the 10.
So Korea having to reset there. Our arrow just came off of a rest. There should be plenty of time, but the coach and the archers will just have to watch now to make sure they don't lose all their time.
Four points. They have now 20 seconds left for one arrow.
If they shoot after the buzzer, then they would lose the highest scoring arrow. So not just the arrow they shot, it would be the highest scoring arrow that they would lose on the target.
6 points.
But they still had plenty of time.
So at halfway, Brazil are back in this match, everybody. It is 2 set points each.
So it's 2-2. Even if we don't know if it's an 8 or 9, the third arrow of Brazil, it doesn't matter for the set points of the second end.
So they're back in the game now.
They said, you don't have a service contract, you will be served in 24 hours.
So like we said, we're aiming to get first team to 5 set points. So 2-all now. So there's going to be at least another 2 sets shot. And at the moment, I can't really call it. No one's really dominating, are they?
No. Till now we really had tight matches.
What's interesting is that in qualification, Brazil shot almost 100 points less than Korea, and yet they are level in this match.
You see that the archers are speaking with the coach in the time they are writing the points down. It's good to calm down a bit.
Yeah, often, to be honest, and often the coach probably won't even be talking technically. They'll probably just be having a nice, easy conversation about anything in general, just to try to keep the archers relaxed, because, you know, it's very high pressure having, you know, all the people in the stadium. You know, people have paid to come and watch this event, and there's a really good turnout. And then plus, obviously, it being televised.
5 points. Yes, and you also want to show your best, the best you can do, and you want to have a good final and an interesting final.
It's the World Championships. You want a medal, don't you?
Yeah. And we are in the bronze medal match, so you want to win the bronze medal.
the end of the day, the coaching should have been done up to this point. Now it's just about keeping the archers focused and calm. You know, he's not going to be able to change anything technically now. He's just going to have to remind them what to do and just keep them calm. They know what to do.
They know what to do because they were training a lot before they came here. So Brazil has 21 points now. Let's see what Korea is doing. Nine-liner. Eight points.
Technically, the Koreans look very strong. They have a very smooth pull into their face, and then they gently squeeze their elbow around using their back, and their fingers should follow through.
This was 4 points. So 21-21.
Scores are tied at 21. Eight
8 points. Three points.
You'll notice that a lot of the archers have what looks like the feathers, the veins, the fletchings on the arrows. They're curved, they're spin veins, and they help the arrow to spin through the air, and that allows it to straighten up a lot quicker, so that you get better flight.
They fly straighter and
yeah.
9 points.
Spin veins will spin and create drag, which, because as an arrow comes out of a bow, it flexes from side to side, which is why there's a pressure button in the bow to allow it to clear the bow.
8 points.
And these fletchings help it straighten out as quick as possible, so that it's flying as straight as possible when it hits the target.
7 points. So Korea needs now a 6 to win this set. And it was an 8.
So Korea take that set quite narrowly, so they lead 4-2. So tying the next set will give them the bronze medal, and Brazil need to win the next set to stay in the game.
And when they win the next set, we are going to shoot off.
We've already had one exciting shoot off this afternoon, and to be honest, I think we'll probably see a few more. The set system does just tend to give quite a lot of shoot offs, yes, which does make it nice and exciting for us watching here and you at home.
If you would take the points they are shooting now as cumulative, maybe we will not see a shoot off, but in the set system, it's quite used that there are shoot offs. We saw already in the first final there was Korea shooting a miss with the second arrow, but came back in the match, lost after the shoot off. If you take the cumulative points, it's nearly impossible to come back in the match.
It is, yeah. So a miss in a cumulative score match, a miss in a compound match, and it would be practically impossible. Yeah, it'd be practically impossible to come back from that. It's not, it's definitely not unheard of. But a recurve match where that happens.
Now you saw that Brazil got the yellow card. I think she took the arrow too fast out of the quiver.
So what she did, she threw the arrow onto the ground, which is perfectly legal. She just has to remove a new arrow from a quiver, and it's basically a time penalty by doing that.
3 points. If you throw it to the ground, I think you lose 1 or 2 seconds less, then put it back and take it again.
Correct, yeah.
8 points. She takes her time. 6 points.
They're still left with over half the time that they were allocated, so they've got plenty of time, and they've not been close to the buzzer at all. So I think they'll be absolutely fine with that slight time penalty.
7 points.
To be honest, it flusters you to get a time penalty. It makes you just increases the adrenaline, that little bit more, which is actually more detrimental than the loss of 2 or 3 seconds, because there's normally plenty of time.
8 points.
Quite solid shooting there by Korea. They've taken the lead, and as I said, all they've got to do is tie this set to win.
Eight liner. Seven. 20 seconds left for the last error. Eight points. Really close to the line of the 9.
So Korea just need 18 points from these 3 arrows. That's 3 sixes.
8 for Korea.
8 points. If they shoot a 10 now, they won already their match.
Yep.
It's a 9.
It's a long shot, but it was well executed, so it was a really nice arrow there.
She only needs to shoot the arrow and hit the target.
Score. I think we just need to score.
Score.
1 point, and that would do it.
7 points. Korea wins the bronze medal.
So commiserations to Brazil, but Korea really pulled it back there and take the bronze medal in this Recurve Women Open Team event.
The scores weren't the best, but let's see what the gold medal match will bring now. If the conditions are really difficult for the moment, or
yeah, we've got coming up next match is the number 1 ranked People's Republic of China versus the number 2 ranked Russian team. So a repeat of the mixed team event that we had a couple of matches back, really.
China had 9 points more in the qualification round than Russia, and if we look at Brazil, for example, they had 70 points.
And even Korea was 60 points back on Russia, so there was quite a gap, really. The Chinese and the Russian teams were quite a way ahead, weren't they, really?
Also, it was 100. Over 100 points, 160 points between People's Republic of China and Brazil.
Yeah. It's a big gap there, so we expect some good shooting this afternoon from China and Russia. People's Republic of China won the mixed team gold, so let's see if they'll win the Recurve Women Open team gold. They're not in line for a gold in the Recurve Men Open team. They're in the bronze medal match there, so this is their lost opportunity for another gold this afternoon.
It's a bit crazy to see quite the same nations in every final. Today we had 3 times in the morning USA, we had Great Britain, Russia, Korea, China, and now in the afternoon it's quite the same countries.
Yeah, I mean Korea are in every division. People's Republic of China this afternoon are in every division. So it's just that they're very dominant teams, particularly on the recurve side of things. They're catching up more on the compound, but they've always been dominant. The Asian countries, it's been a really strong area for them over a number of years, really. Europeans, Russia have always been strong, and they're leading the way, and the rest of Europe I think just needs to catch up with them now. And America are featuring this afternoon in the Recurve Men's Open Team bronze match, so they're going for bronze now.
Russia is also one of the nations you see nearly on every event in 1-2 finals.
They're a big team. They have archers in every single category. They're a big force when they come out to these events.
And in every category they normally also have 1 or 2 really good archers. They can compete with the top of the world. China is shooting on target number 1.
I mean, the scores this week, the weather's been excellent, and the scores have been, the top scores in every category are, are comparable to those on the able-bodied circuit now, aren't they? They're no longer, behind. Yeah. The top scorers are, could compete with the able-bodied archers quite easily and be competitive now.
And as a reminder, we are shooting on 70 meters, and you have to aim on the target, and 10, which is the most points you can get, is the size of the CD you can put in your computer. So really close, really small for 70 meters. China is shooting first. Starting with 10.
What a great opening shot. Fantastic there.
Oh, 5 points. Eight points.
So 23 points to start from China.
Nine points, really close to the 10.
Great shot from Russia there.
6 points.
Very similar first two shots to those on the Chinese target. A gold and then a blue drifting out to the right.
7 points.
It's almost like a mirror of the two targets.
Yeah.
All arrows going in the same place.
China is leading for the moment by 1 point. Eight points.
Wind just picking up here in the stadium. Can feel it, breeze coming through. The archers will normally feel it on their body and will often adjust where they point their sight. You know, they don't always keep the sight pointed on the goal.
We have also here flags on the side, flags on the target, on top of the target, so they can see in which direction the wind is moving. They shot 46 now. Let's see what Russia is doing.
Sometimes your body can be sheltered and you can't feel any wind, but there might be some up down the range, which is why we have the flags.
10 points.
Great
You also
shot
have
there.
to pay attention because the arrow is flying quite high, higher than you are standing, because the wind is normally a bit heavier there.
Yeah, it's often less protection, isn't there? You know, barriers and fences and that.
Exactly. 7 points.
And especially when you're in a wheelchair, you're even more sheltered. Especially if you're next to somebody who's a standing archer, you get quite sheltered. So you need to be able to learn to read the wind.
7 points. So tight score. Every team get 1 set point.
So we didn't think there'd be much between these two teams, you know, with where they ranked and how they were ahead of the rest of the field, and they're proving us to be right here, 1 point each.
The strangest feeling you can get as archer when you're standing there, you feel that the wind is coming from the right side. You look at the flag on the target and it's going to the left side.
Yeah, and
because then you don't know, should I now aim a bit to the right, a bit to the left?
Yeah, and sometimes you just have to shoot it, don't you? And just hope and pray and see what it does.
Yes.
And then adjust for what it does. So, you know, but when you're a team, you've got to listen to that. You've got to listen to that lead archer. That archer will shoot, and they should be able to tell you where they aimed it and what the result was if it was a good shot. So
Exactly.
that lead archer should say, yeah, it was a good shot, aimed at the middle and it went right, the wind's blowing right, and then the other teammates can then listen to that feedback is what should happen really.
So it's really important to practice together, that you know when he's aiming in the middle with this wind it's going to the 8, for example, but you know that your arrow with this wind is going to the 7, so you have to aim a bit more to the left.
And
It's really important to practice together as a team.
And to practice with the coach as well, because that's something the coach will be looking out for. They'll, you know, like I said earlier, there's not much they can do apart from remind you about key points in your technique. You know, at the end of the day, it's keeping the archer relaxed and looking out for things such as the flag moving or the yellow card being shown by the judge. That's what the coach is there for.
Exactly. And also because there's not really much time to look at the scope, for example, where the arrow is. The coach is also there to announce the score of the arrow.
Yeah, and most of these archers are right-handed.
10 points.
And the TV screen's behind them, so it's not very easy for them to. So they rely on the feedback from the coach just to where their arrows are going and what they should do with their sight.
Strong shot, 8 points. Six points. Let's see what Russia is doing. Starting with Nate.
It's a good shot there from the Russian team.
questa operazione si chiama concentrare.
8 points with this shot.
Both the arrows on the right, and the third archer's looking back at the coach for a bit of instruction on what to do on this shot. There's not much time to change your sight, so this is where your ability to aim off.
Again, 8 points.
So nice group there. They'll all be adjusting their sight now.
It's really important to get a good feedback.
Yeah, and to practice that aiming off when you've not got time to change your sight, to know that you can.
Really nice axe.
To know you can aim on the left and the red, and that and trust that it will drift into the right place.
Exactly. Ten points again. And
Really
you also have
solid.
to trust the person who's standing behind you, who is saying, "Oh, maybe aim a bit to the left."
Yeah, you need that feedback. You need that relationship. It takes time to gain.
8 points.
To gain the trust, but you need to know what your athletes need to hear.
Yeah, because some athletes, they don't want that you speak with them. Others, they want that you speak with them.
Yeah.
8 points. So if they shoot now 2 10s, there's again a tight score. Nine. So the last arrow is like a practice arrow for the Russian team.
Yeah, China would have taken this set.
Seven points, but really close to the 8.
So China are leading 3 sets to 1, 3 set points to 1. So a win in the next set will see China take the gold. Russia need to win the set just to stay in the game.
Or a tight score would be also enough for Russia to stay in the match.
Yeah. Yes, a tie score will keep Russia in the match, you're right. China would only have 4 set points, and then it's the first to 5.
You see that the archers are standing online, they don't go to the targets to take the arrows. They have an agent, they pull the arrows out, and the target judges are writing the points down.
They have to make sure they've got plenty of arrows, because the arrows are collected and then held at the target end until the next time that the arrows are scored, at which point we call them the runners, even though they're not allowed to run.
Yes.
Bring the arrows back to the archers.
So 2 arrows would be enough, but 4 arrows would be enough, but if there's really a small problem and you don't get the arrows back, you don't have arrows to shoot. So
Yeah, or if it only takes a slight crack in the knock or a tear in the fletching, and that arrow won't go where it's meant to, so it'll get discarded then until it can be repaired.
yes, every archers, they have at least 8 arrows in their quiver. Ten points. Eight points.
It's good shooting from Russia.
Eight points again. Score of 26 points. Let's see what China is doing. Also nice 10. 7 points.
So you may be thinking that, you know, obviously we've got some standing athletes and some seated athletes, and you think, you know, it may be of advantage to be seated, but, you know, if you're an archer out there, I would...
6 points.
I'd recommend going out and trying to shoot from a chair, because it really isn't as easy as it thinks.
It's more difficult than you think.
It really is. You have to use your core, your stomach, so much more than you would...
8 points.
You would think the stability, you'd think it would be more stable, but actually it's very, very hard.
Maybe you're a bit more stable, but it's really more difficult to pull your bow than in case of a standing archer. 8 points.
And you've got the wheels of the chair get in the way, so you might not be able to shoot the length bow that you were hoping to shoot, and you might have to shoot a slightly shorter one.
Nice 10. So you see that it's really possible for a team which is not leading the match to come back and take some set points.
China
9 points.
I need 2 10s to tie this set.
Eight points.
So Russia will take this set, and we're back to 3 set points each, all to play for in the last set it will be.
10 points. Nice shot to close this set. 52 to 50. One more end to go. If there's a tight score, we will have a shoot-off.
Yep.
In the shoot-off, every archer is shooting 1 arrow. If there's a tight score in the shoot-off, we will look at the arrows, and the closest arrow to the center, this team will win the match. And if the best arrow of each team is the same distance from the center of the target, we will watch at the second best arrow.
And again the same, then it'll go to the third arrow. It'd be very unlikely that then they'd have to reshoot it, but it's not out of the question.
Everything is possible. We had in the individual matches, we had 2 or 3 times where the shoot-off arrow had to be reshot because it was at the same distance from the middle of the target.
You know, and it's not just, it is measured very accurately. The judges will have a vernier measuring tool to measure it precisely. It's not just, you know, it will be measured exactly from the centre, the middle of that little cross here that you see in the centre of the target, to the arrow. It will be measured precisely. So as China shot first on the first end, they'll shoot first now as the scores are tied.
Nice 10 to start this set.
Really good shot. She's shot really solidly all the way through this match.
Nine points. You see that the whole Chinese team has a really strong release.
Yeah.
Really clear.
Yeah, the hand comes back very cleanly. It carries on. The line carries on travelling on. You know, doesn't flick out to the side, doesn't flick forwards.
8 points.
That's what we class as a good tight release.
Nine points.
It's a really nice shot there.
Quite unlucky that it was not a 10 because it's really close to the 10 wing. Eight points.
Very tight.
really good points now on the field.
Chris, as it's going, we don't feel no more this is fantastic. As it's going, I don't feel confident.
8 points again.
We change
So China have a 2-point lead with 3 arrows to go. If they win this set, then they win the gold.
10 points.
Great shot.
Even if they were leading by 2 points, it doesn't mean that they will win
Yeah.
also this set.
and we are using them for the streaming from the sides.
That looked nice.
8 points.
90 degrees plus so as soon as possible, when we leave this evening, we aim and then power it go.
Seven.
7 points for China.
A really good end though. 52 out of a possible 60 there, so probably the best end they've shot.
Russia 9.
9 points. So
Very
if they
nice.
shoot with 2 arrows now, 18 points, we have a shoot off.
Look good. Ooh,
9.
very close.
Very, very close. So, if the next arrow is a 9, we have a shoot off. 10 to win the match.
Oh,
4 points.
shame. So China take that set and win the match.
Exactly, China is the gold medal.
Such
winner.
high pressure on that last archer though, knowing exactly
really
what
difficult.
she needed.
I mean, you as coach, you know in which pressure an archer is when he has to shoot this arrow. And also me as archer, you know this arrow you have to really do everything perfectly.
Yeah.
And it's really difficult.
Yeah, I mean it's when you choose it how to make up a team, you have to consider things like this. You know, I would always be the anchor leg when I shot for our team because you know you tended to put archers who would often you know be able to an experienced archer at the end.
Yes.
Because
The
at
one
the end,
with the most experience and also the one with the strongest mind.
I'm not sure I always had that, but I did all right. But yeah, no, it is. When you know when it's all on that one shot, you know exactly what you've got. That's when all your mental preparation is tested. So the People's Republic of China this afternoon have taken the first 2 golds available, but they can't take a third now. They're in the bronze medal match for the Recurve Open men's team. They're going to face the team from the USA in the next match.
It's the only match where USA is shooting in the Recurve division today. In the morning they were in 3 or 4 matches for the compound division.
They are a formidable force of the compound bow, aren't they? You know, overall, all areas of the sport. You know, able-bodied as well as para. They really are strong, but you know they've got some really good recurve archers as well. And they did qualify 3rd in the men's open recurve team as well. So you know they've got 3 really good archers in this event. And the first event where China hasn't qualified first in the recurve division.
Yes, because Russia was qualified first in this event. China was qualified on the 4th position and the USA was qualified as the 3rd. So maybe they will keep the place they also had in qualification. USA won in the quarterfinals against Turkey, lost after against Korea, and the Chinese team was shooting against Brazil and lost against Russia. So again we will see a gold medal match of the first and second position of the qualification.
Yeah, and it'll be our third final with Russia involved, and will they be able to finally clinch a gold this afternoon? We'll see. We'll see after this match.
The archers from the United States of America. Representing the USA, Timothy Palumbo.
A lot of people standing behind the team of USA.
Yeah, there's a big American contingent, and they're very vocal this afternoon, so we'll hear some cheers from them. And it's the first archer we're going to see this afternoon, Eric Bennett, with an upper arm as an upper arm amputee, and he'll be shooting with his teeth. So it's an amazing way to shoot.
I'm shooting Recurve and I don't want to try it.
No, I know. I'm sure he's got good dental insurance.
Yes. It's also quite useless that normally when you are missing one arm, you are shooting combat.
Yeah.
I think it's one of the only one we're shooting with one arm.
Yeah, there's not many. Yeah, it's because all the weight is on them teeth at the point of release.
USA is starting.
USA.
Starting with 10 points.
Fantastic opening shot there from America.
Seven. Points. America is starting with 24 points.
Very
9
quick
points.
shot. It's the Chinese archer who featured in the mixed team event that took gold earlier. So
8 points.
he'll have a bit of benefit. He'll already have his sight in the right place, adjusted for the weather conditions over here, and he will have been able to feed back to his team as well what the wind did, you know, what they need to adjust going into the finals field.
10 points. China is leading by 3 points.
Really nice shooting there from China.
Really nice shot. 9 points.
Great pair of arrows there.
Close group of his 2 arrows. Seven points.
Needs to move his sight, shot the same arrows in the same place. So.
Nine points. USA had a score of 49 points.
China 9.
9 points. Nine points again.
It's really solid there from China. Nice group, slightly on the right. They're still getting caught a little bit by this breeze, everyone is.
5 points is enough to win the set. It's 8.
So China just adjusting their sight. when you can't see where your arrows are landing, it can take you a bit longer to register, you know. And when you're only shooting a couple of arrows at a time, it's, did I shoot it there, or do I really need to move it? It can take a few arrows for you to accept that is what the wind is doing, and now I actually do need to move my sight.
Because when you're not sure that you were shooting really properly, you don't know really if you have to move your sight or not.
Yeah, you need to be confident in that shot. And in a final situation, you're probably going to shoot a couple just because, you know, everyone knows, you know, that the nerves can get you a little bit. So you need to be confident that your arrows are going in a consistent place before you move your sight. It's very hot out there now, the archers will have been staying in the shade, but there's no escaping the sun when you're out on that finals field. Temperature's over 30 degrees now.
Yes, it says 31 degrees.
And a very, very light breeze, isn't it? But the weather's been good. I mean, we've had some rain this week, but wind-wise, you couldn't really have asked for better at an archery competition. I think 90% of archers would prefer a light rain and no wind than wind.
The World Championships of Copenhagen, it was really crazy with the wind. It was blowing the whole week. It's really difficult to shoot when there's a lot of wind.
Yeah.
Especially when it's not a constant wind, but sometimes it's really changing. There's no wind, and then it's 2 seconds after it's blowing really. And
it changes like the winners of the outcome, doesn't it? Because you get people who are very good at shooting in the wind, and then people who are very much more consistent in the calm. So you get a very different outcome from a windy competition than you do from a nice still competition.
Yes, because in Copenhagen, in the first final, the Olympic champion lost. Maybe because of struggle with the wind.
USA
8 points. Nine points.
I mean, if your training is like this every day, you're not going to be used to going into the wind. So, you know, it's about making sure you vary your training and making sure you practice in it.
9 points.
No one enjoys shooting in the wind, but you have to expect when you've got 400 archers, it's going to be a pretty big field. Therefore, it's generally going to be a bit breezy.
9 points. Yeah, on a small field when there are trees around it.
It's great, but if you don't practice in the wind, it's going to come as a bit of a shock at a World Championships or a big event.
8 points.
In the UK, we get loads of practice with it. And the rain.
Especially rain.
Yes, especially the rain.
Eight points. Yes, because when it's raining, normally the arrows only fly a bit lower than with your normal sight, but when it's windy, it's really difficult to first of all keep your bow in the middle of the target when you change your sight, or you have to aim a bit on left on the right side.
Yeah, and it's a moment, the gust at the moment of release, if it catches you, it can be completely off the target.
Yes.
Whereas rain is generally pretty constant. You can get used to it very quickly. Really good group here from the Americans, really solid shooting.
9 points. Really tight group, bit on the right side.
As a collective there, I think they should go a couple of clicks to the right and a click up, I think.
15 seconds to go. Oh, 5 points.
We shot that a little bit too quick, I think.
Yes. It was. He pulled it 2 times because it was falling down off the arrow rest.
Yeah, I don't think he was confident with his timing.
Nice 10.
Lovely shot there.
9 points. Could be a really good score of USA without this 5.
Yeah. China need a 5 to tie or a 6 to win the set.
And it's a 10.
Brilliant 10, so take a 4-0 lead now, the team from the People's Republic of China.
China win the second set. They have 4 points. USA yet to score, so they must take the third set to keep this match alive.
So all China need now is a tie on the next set, and they'll take the bronze medal.
It becomes really difficult for the USA to come back in this match now, but nothing is impossible.
I don't. With that group, they had the first 5 arrows. They could have easily taken that set. So you know, without the coming down of the last archer, you know, if they keep it nice and steady next end, there's a good chance that they can win that set and come back. It's going to be tough, but I've seen it before.
Yeah, because China, even if they are leading now by 4 points, they have to stay concentrated and
yeah, they can't rest. They can't rest. They've got to still fight for it because the Americans are going to keep fighting.
Anyway, the Americans need a shoot-off now to win this match. 2 more ends to go.
Yep.
USA on target to shoot first again.
So America to shoot first as they're trailing. So you hear 2 buzzers to start with, and you'll notice that nothing happens. The archers aren't actually allowed to remove the arrow from the quiver until they hear the second buzzer. If they do, like we saw earlier, they'll get a yellow card and they'll have to get rid of that arrow or put it back in the quiver. If the arrow was shot under a yellow card, they would lose the value of the highest arrow on the target.
Nice 10.
Great shot. Still slightly on the right, if I'm being picky.
Points.
It's good shooting.
Gives a bit of pressure to the Chinese team now when they're starting with good points.
Yeah.
Good set.
Oh.
Perfect X. Really perfect.
Great X there. That's really put some pressure on the Chinese. The Americans aren't going to lay down and give this match away.
10 points.
Good shot.
Now it's becoming really interesting because they're shooting really high level.
Yeah.
10 points.
Brilliant. That's fantastic shooting from China. America lay down a 29 and they beat it by 1. Perfect 30.
Eight points.
Obviously Eric Bennett can't raise his arm, so he's allowed to give a verbal signal for the athlete second to shoot.
Eight points. If you don't give a signal and the next archer is pulling out the arrow out of the quiver, you get a yellow card and you have to put it back.
And the archer has to then give the signal.
7 points.
52 for the USA.
Ten
Like
points.
that.
Really nice.
He knew that was good when it went.
It's actually really like the feeling when you release and you know already.
You just know, yeah, before it even
It's 10.
hits.
9 points. Really nice score from China now. They need that 3 to win this match.
That looked good.
8 points.
Oh, only just an 8. What a great end from China.
Really good. 57 points on 52.
And the People's Republic of China take bronze there with a 6-0 victory over the USA. So this afternoon they had a possible 2 gold and bronze, and they have taken 2 gold and bronze.
Yes. Really strong shooting
Fantastic result there.
from China.
Americans fought really hard though. It was a really, although the score line looks big,
Yes.
every end was so close. And now we're on to the last match of the afternoon.
Exactly. And this would be Russia against Korea for the gold medal in Recurve men's open team event.
Russia qualified 1 and Korea qualified 2. So every match this afternoon has been the top 2 qualifiers facing one another.
It's crazy to see this because normally you always have, let's say, the second of the qualification against the third of the qualification for the gold medal.
There's normally some upset, isn't there? There's normally one of the top seeds knocked out somewhere, but the fact that all the top ones are through, you know, and to be honest, nearly all the countries are the same, just shows how dominant they are in their respective areas. China, Korea and Russia featuring in every single set. You know, they're just still dominating on the recurve side of the field.
I think in Copenhagen on the World Championships they got in every category 1 medal. I'm not sure about it, but I think in every category they got at least 1 medal.
Really? They know how to shoot.
It's only 2 years ago that Korea started to compete in the compound division internationally and got already World Championship titles.
Yeah, when they came out in Belek 2 years ago,
Yes.
they certainly made us open made everybody open their eyes.
Yes, because Korea is a typical recurve nation.
Yeah, we didn't really even know, you know, that we don't see the Korean compounds very much we didn't at the World Cup events back then, and then they just appeared at the World Championships and were amazing, just like the recurves.
Did you saw ever in your life a Korean archer who shot left-handed?
No. And when was it Samik or when started, they didn't make left-handed bows
Exactly.
because nobody in Korea is left-handed.
Exactly. Even if you are left-handed, you are shooting a right-handed bow in Korea.
Yeah, it took years, didn't it? Several years before we got Korean bows in a left-handed mould.
Russia is coming on the field now. Russia was winning against Thailand 6-0 and was winning 6-2 against Italy to come into the gold medal match.
And your line judge for this match is Elsie.
Oh, wait, I'm in the wrong bracket. Because Italy was not shooting before.
No, they weren't.
Okay, I think now I found the right one. So Russia was winning 6-0 against Mongolia and was winning in a shoot-off against People's Republic of China. And Korea was winning against Poland 6-2 and winning 5-3 against the USA.
We've had some really good representation from all around the world at these championships. We've had archers from every continent. and archers from every continent have actually secured quota places for the first time ever for the Paralympic Games. So it just shows how far the Paralympic movement is now reaching. So Russia open with a 7 there.
£10.
It's Russia's top ranked archer. I believe he was European champion in 2014 as well.
7 points.
He's already shot in the mixed team final, so his sight's already dialed in, whereas the other two archers are...
7 points for Korea to start.
The other two Russian archers are as a top right, and we've been seeing that every match to come in, new archers are being caught by the wind drift.
Eight points. Points for Korea.
24 points each.
24 tight score for the moment. Nine points. I took a look at statistic now. We are on 46 nations. So it's quite a lot.
It is a lot, yeah. It's brilliant.
8 points.
Good shot, just a bit high. Russian team leaving loads of time for the last archer.
9 points.
Nice solid shooting there.
Korea needs 26 points to tie the score of the Russian Federation.
Korea,
8 points. Seven points. We have a total of 260 archers who are competing in this week.
It's the biggest World Championships I think there ever has been, and the biggest Paralympic tournament there's ever been, para archery tournament.
8 points. The Paralympic division was raising a lot in the last years in archery.
So Russia take the first set, 50 points to 47, so they take the first 2 set points. And it's our first World Championships since, I can't remember. It's been a few since we had blind archery in.
Okay.
So we've got visually impaired archery tomorrow, so that'll be interesting.
Yes, they will shoot on 30 meters, on a 80 centimeters target face.
And we have 2 categories. We have a B1 category, where they have to wear a blind. They're the most blind archers, and they have to wear a mask or a blind when they shoot. And then we have a joint category, which is the B2, B3, where they're partially sighted. And hopefully we'll see that side of the sport grow as the rest of the para archery sport has grown over the past 20 years or so.
It sounds quite strange to hear that there are visually impaired persons shooting with a bow, but they hit the target.
They do.
Korea is starting now because Russia is leading the match.
It's a stunning venue here as well, in the park. Beautiful clear blue skies today.
Korea start with 9.
9 points for Korea. Nine points. Nine liner.
Nice shooting there, good opening.
Yes.
It's solid. If you can keep it in the yellow, you're normally happy. You're going to wing a few 10s, aren't you, if you keep them in the yellow.
10 points. If you shoot all your arrows in the yellow, you have already a really good score.
Yeah. For anyone at home shouting at me, I'm aware it's called a gold, and I do apologise for referring to it as a yellow.
10 points. Not the most beautiful shot, but
It got where it needed to go.
exactly.
In a finals, at the end of the day, it's where it lands, isn't it?
Yes.
You're not going to get any points for style on a finals day.
7 points. So both teams have 27 points for the moment.
Korea
9 points.
Oh, came through his clicker a bit quick, so he's going to have to take a second go at this shot. To just leave the third archer with a bit less time than he's normally used to.
But still enough time to shoot the
Still
arrow.
plenty of time, yeah.
9 points.
In the individual matches which happen tomorrow, you're only allowed 20 seconds an arrow, so the archers are used to shooting with only 20 seconds on the clock, so...
9 points.
It's a really solid target there from Korea, really nice group.
Low 7. Also in team matches, normally there is calculated 20 seconds per arrow.
Yeah.
Because you have 6 arrows to shoot in 120 seconds. 9 points.
Because up until a few years ago, it was 40 seconds an arrow for individuals. And the 20 seconds has just made things a little bit more exciting.
9 points. Korea came back and wins 2 set points now.
Yeah, so they kept them all in the gold and it paid off. You know, they might not have winged any 10s there, but it was enough to get the 2 set points.
I remember 2 years ago on the World Championships in Balek, they had to put 40 seconds for the compound division in team because there was so a lot of wind that the arrows was falling down from the arrow rest.
Yeah, I remember shooting against a Colombian team who wore backpacks to
With
weigh
20
themselves
kilos,
down.
yes. They had 20 kilos of water inside to don't fall.
I know. Oh.
I was not
they
there,
beat
but I
as
saw
well.
videos and it was amazing.
It was. They beat us with them backpacks. I wish I'd put my backpack on now. I even saw one of the teams, I think it might have been the German team, who were trying to shoot on one knee to bring their centre of gravity down,
Yes.
but I don't think it was actually legal. But yeah, that was
I know that the Danish team took from their spare bows the short stabilizers and put every weight on it they had.
Yep, tried it. It wasn't any good.
Yes, yes.
Nothing could get you to hit the target that day.
And they were also putting, normally you shoot in team events, you shoot on 2 targets. They were putting one target phase in the middle of the target because there were so
You couldn't
many
choose
arrows.
which to aim, no.
There were so many arrows not hitting the target.
It became dangerous, yeah, you're just missing it. It's been a fantastic week here. The organisers have done a brilliant job. The venue's been absolutely spot on for the athletes.
Yes.
Really accessible, really beautiful venue, and some really good entertainment at the opening ceremony.
10 points.
We got to witness some horseback archery, which was quite exciting.
It was. It's even more difficult to organize a para competition because you can't use the big tourist buses. 9 points for Russia. You can't use the normal tourist buses of 70 places. You really have to use the small buses where you can put your wheelchair inside.
Yeah.
9 points.
No, it's a really tough event to organise, and the organisers have done a fantastic job. The accommodation and the competition venue has just been spot on really this week, so all credit to them.
8 points.
It's a close one.
I was speaking with the responsible of the transportation. He said it was the most difficult part of the competition.
Yeah.
8 points. Nine points.
So Korea's group's still all down in that bottom right corner. They really need to adjust because Russia have just taken the lead now on this third set, and
They are leading by 3 points.
that's another good
9.
shot.
Very nice 10.
Really good shooting there. Really solid.
He shoots a 9. They won.
Good
the
shot.
set. Was an 8.
Where was it? 8. Shadows are just falling on the target, so it makes it very difficult for the spotters to pick out the arrows now.
Nine points.
Still a bit low. Come on.
That was just a liner. 9 points.
They can't win this set now. They've already lost the set, so let's try to get their arrows back in the middle is what they're going to do.
He's doing the right thing. Is
yeah.
adjusting his sight. It's
just
like practice areas they're shooting now too.
Yeah. The adjustments on the sights are so fine that, it will take a click or two to move them arrows, but any small amount of change in the weather conditions, even down to the air pressure and the wind, it will affect where their arrows are landing. So
yes, because if you are turning 2-3 clicks on your sight, it's less than a half millimeter, but
yeah,
the half millimeter on 70 meters makes a big difference.
it does, yeah.
Maybe we will see the last set now of this afternoon session.
1 or 2 sets to go, haven't we? If Korea can pull it back in this set, then we'll go to a tie break. So yeah, the last set, and then a tie break potentially.
Let's hope for a shoot-off.
Yeah, we started the afternoon with an exciting shoot-off. It'd be great to finish the afternoon with an exciting shoot-off. The competition's been really close though all afternoon. It's just just shows how close it is at the top level now.
Yes. 2 weeks ago on the World Cup of Wroclaw, I said to the one who was sitting next to me, well, we didn't see shoot off yet, and it was after the first final of the afternoon session on Sunday, and then the next 4 matches was always shoot off. Korea starts.
Se vuoi al massimo ti puoi fermare a fare
Oh, 6 points.
Not the start they'd have been hoping for.
al supermercato, così abbiamo 2 casse di cola di wonky da vendere e si potrebbe comprare qualche cola per domani.
9 points.
Still right.
Nine points.
Yeah, it's a good shot.
The match is neither won, neither lost before the last area shot, so
Nope.
Russia
9 points for Russia.
Good solid shot that was.
They're shooting really strong.
They are shooting really strong, yeah.
Nine points.
It got where it needed to go.
Facciamo più dello 6-0. Preferibilmente non un 4-4.
10 liner.
Great shooting there. So 29. There's 24 on this set. So
Was
28.
really clean release.
It was, yeah. Really good timing. Oh. Green Arch is going to have a second attempt at this shot.
9 points. Two tens would be good now for Korea.
Billy, down.
9 points. They are not far away from the 10th rank, but
No. No, they're just out. They're just missing the 10. Yeah, that's just a few centimetres that's causing.
9 points.
But whereas before, when they were shooting that kind of group, they were taking the set. Russia have just honed in on that middle and have been unrelenting, really.
Exactly. 10 points.
Fantastic shot.
Yes. They need 13 points now to win this match, so not sure yet, but quite. $10 points. A3 needs to win the match. Is enough to win the match.
Oh, wow.
Really nice.
What a
57.
fantastic finish.
Ladies and
When they
gentlemen,
relaxed into that, they just shot it amazingly.
So we have new world champion. Russia wins the gold medal.
They take their first gold medal of the afternoon. They got pipped to the post by China in the earlier matches, but they've taken their first gold of the afternoon now.
They won already 1 gold in the morning session, the Compound German Open, and a bronze medal in the W1 Open Mixed Team.
Yeah, so just to recap on this afternoon, we've had the Recurve Open mixed team event. The People's Republic of China took gold in that. Russia took the silver and Italy the bronze, Korea missing out. In the Recurve Women's Open team event, the People's Republic of China took gold again. Russia took the silver and Korea took the bronze. Brazil missing out on a medal in that event. And then in the event we've just had, the Recurve Men's Open team, as we've just seen, Russia have taken the gold, Korea have taken the silver, and the People's Republic of China have taken the bronze. The USA narrowly missing out on a medal this afternoon, but they took a few this morning, so they should be happy with their lot today.
Please stay with us, we will continue immediately with the medal ceremony.
Meine Damen und Herren, bitte verlassen Sie uns noch nicht. Wir haben in knapp 3 Minuten die Medaillenzeremonie. Wir laden außerdem alle Helfer und freiwilligen Helfer ein, sich auf der Tribüne zu versammeln, um abschließend ein großes Foto zu schießen. Bitte verlassen Sie uns noch nicht. Wir werden in 2 bis 3 Minuten mit der Medaillenzeremonie beginnen.
We just have to wait that the athletes come together to come to their podium.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we hope that you enjoyed the archery action here this afternoon. We'll welcome you all back here at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning.
So hopefully you've enjoyed an exciting afternoon of Recurve archery today. Tomorrow's going to be all the individual matches, so we've got a good programme coming up tomorrow.
Yes, we will start with the compound Women W1 Open. Then we continue with the W1 men.
It's the first World Championships with a W1 competition actually. So W1 is an athlete with impairment in both their upper and lower body limbs and who are seated in a wheelchair. And up until the new classifications came in 2014, we'd had a W1's men category, but we'd never had a women's, and this year we've had 11 athletes in that category, which is a really fantastic turnout for its first World Championships.
And then we will continue also after the W1 with the Compound Women Open and Compound Women Men finals. After lunch break we will shoot the visually impaired finals and finish with the recurve category.
So it's an exciting day of competition tomorrow with some representation from all over the world. And it looks likely to be another nice day as well, so we should get some good scores again. It should be nice and calm and sunny again, so good weather for some good shooting.
We will have the quite same weather than we had today, so a lot of sun, hot, not much wind.
Insgesamt 8 Medaillen vergeben. Wir freuen uns drauf, Sie morgen in Einzelentscheidung ab 9 Uhr wieder hier begrüßen zu dürfen.
So, ladies ladies and gentlemen, our medal ceremonies are just 1 minute away. 1 minute to the medal ceremonies, ladies and gentlemen.
Noch eine Minute, meine Damen und Herren, bis zur Siegerehrung der heutigen Entscheidung am Nachmittag.
So very shortly we'll have the awards ceremony coming up. Everybody's just preparing now, and the grandstand is filling up. It's been a good turnout, even in the heat and the lack of shade now this afternoon. Some impressive trophies as well being given out, so
Yes, they look really, really nice.
I hope people have left room in their suitcases. They might have to leave some clothes behind.
First two finals in the morning there was a bit colder because they were shooting in the shadow. But now it's really good weather for shooting.
I know, I've been very jealous not being able to shoot this week. It's been so perfect.
You could stand as coach behind the archers.
Pardon?
You could stay behind the archers as coach.
Yeah.
It's also a nice job.
It's a great feeling, yeah. We've had some really good results, so.
You were shooting quite good in the morning session as compound.
We did, we had a really good morning session, so. I had a gold and a silver this morning, so.
You're also one of the nations who got a world record.
Yes, had a world record.
Really good week for you.
We've had a good week.
Die Medaillen werden gereicht von
Medals will be presented by Mr. Mario Scott-Seller, first Vice President of World Archery.
So the medals this afternoon will be presented by Mario Scarzella, the first Vice President of World Archery, and the trophies will be presented by Victoria Koval, the Chairperson of the Athletes Committee.
die Bronzemedaille im Bereich Recurve Mixed Team geht an Italien.
The bronze medal.
So the bronze medal for the Recurve Open Mixed Team, representing Italy, is Elisabetta Migno and Roberto Aroldi.
Elisabetta Mino. Roberto Aroldi.
In einem Finale haben die Silbermedaille die Schützen aus Russland.
The silver medal representing the Russian Federation.
And the silver medal, representing the Russian Federation,
Margarita Sidorenko.
is awarded to Margarita Sidorenko
Bato Sidentoshiev.
and Bato Sidendoshiev.
Der Weltmeistertitel und die Goldmedaille für die Schützen der Volksrepublik China.
The gold medal representing the People's Republic of China.
And the gold medal, representing the People's Republic of China,
Wu Chunyan
is awarded to Wu Chunyan
and Shi Xucheng.
and Shi Xucheng.
There you can see the quite big.
Beautiful trophy and
Yeah.
the style of the logo.
I really like it. For those who don't have space anymore in their luggage,
Yeah.
it's becoming.
So the stadium will now stand for the national anthem. And there we have it, our medalist for the Recurve Open mixed team at the Para Archery Championships, World Para Archery Championships 2015. China are our world champions. And this is one of the events that will be seen at the Paralympic Games next year in Rio.
I think while the archers are coming back, it's a good opportunity to say that without the volunteers, this event wouldn't be possible.
Absolutely, they've been absolutely invaluable and they've been so on hand for everything.
There were 160 of them here the whole week, doing a really lot of work.
They've been amazing, yeah. Coming up next will be the awards for the Recurve Women's Open team.
Yes, exactly.
And all the archers will get to take a beautiful memento home this week, actually, from the organisers. Everybody was given a cuckoo clock from this region.
Yes.
A really, really nice memento for every archer to take home, because everybody's done a fantastic job this weekend.
Yeah, it's really classic for the region of the Black Forest.
Yeah, they're really lovely gifts.
Also, when you see at the people who give the awards.
Are in traditional dress.
Exactly.
And I have to say, I have indulged in some Black Forest ghetto this week as well. Maybe a little bit too much.
Yes. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the victory ceremony for the Recurve Women Open Team event. Medals will be presented by Mrs. Carol Hicks, chairperson of Para Archery.
Trophies will be presented by
And trophies will be represented by Jürgen Leschler, the chairperson of the local organizing committee. And the bronze medal was won by the team of Korea. Ha Sam-suk. Je Jang-moon. And Lee Hwa-suk.
Auswahl der russischen Föderation.
And the silver medal was won by the Russian Federation. Svetlana Barentseva. Irina Rossiskaya. Margarita Sidorenko.
Die Goldmedaille, die Weltmeister von Donaueschingen 2015, China.
And the world champions are the People's Republic of China. Go Fuangsha. Lin Dan Dan. And Wu Xinyan. And now we are listening to the national anthem of China.
Sehr verehrte Damen und Herren, diejenigen, die können, erheben sich bitte für die Nationalhymne der Volksrepublik China.
Ladies and gentlemen, for those who are able, please stand for the national anthem of the People's Republic of China.
And now we are proceeding in a few seconds to the Recurve Man Open team.
Sehr geehrte Damen und Herren, bitte applaudieren Sie unseren Athleten.
Ladies and gentlemen, please
Our only event of the afternoon that doesn't have the Chinese on the top of the podium.
But the People's Republic of China is represented on every podium.
Yeah, every category they're here. And I believe they have athletes in every category over the competition. They're a very well represented team, a very strong para nation.
And they also, a lot of their team, they are not shooting anymore, staying behind them,
Yeah.
giving a warm applause.
Yeah, so it's such a great feeling to have your teammates behind you, and it's also very relaxing as well. To see familiar faces in the crowd and to hear the familiar language of home and the familiar voices relaxes you a lot when you're in these finals venues, so it's always great to have your teammates there for you.
And you don't feel alone on the line. You feel like really strong.
You feel strong, you feel like you're supported, and you feel relaxed because you can think of it as just being at home, you know.
Yeah,
These
like
are the
on
voices
practice.
I hear, yeah. These are the voices I hear, this is the chatter I hear when I train. So now, ladies and gentlemen, we've got the victory ceremony for the Recurve Men Open team.
Die Medaillen werden überreicht von
Medals will be presented by Mr. Jörg Brokamp, Executive Board Member of the World Archery,
And trophies will be presented by Victoria Koval, Chairperson of the Athletes Committee.
Trophies will be presented by Victoria Koval, Chairperson of the Athletes Committee.
Die Bronzemedaille hat gewonnen das Team aus China.
And the team winning the bronze medal representing the People's Republic of China. Shi Zhuzheng, Yu He, and Zhao Lixing.
Vize-Weltmeister und Gewinner der Silbermedaille sind die Schützen aus Korea.
And the silver medal goes to the team representing Korea. Lee Myung-gu, Lee Hong-gu, and Kang Ki-seong. And the gold medal goes to the team representing the Russian Federation. Bato Sidendorchiev, Sergei Kutakov, and Anton Zapayev.
Meine sehr verehrten Damen und Herren, diejenigen, die können, erheben sich bitte für die Nationalhymne von Russland.
Ladies and gentlemen.
And a stadium will now rise for the national anthem of the Russian Federation. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. That concludes our day's shooting here at the 2015 World Para Archery Championships. Tomorrow, please join us again for the individual finals. Sorry, what time are we kicking off tomorrow?
I think we start tomorrow at 9 o'clock in the morning with the first final. So yeah, for today, this was the end. And hope to see you tomorrow.
Yep, hopefully see you all tomorrow. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the action for today at the World Archery Para Championships 2015 in Donaueschingen. We hope you've enjoyed the action that you've seen. Please join us tomorrow from 9 o'clock for the compound individual matches.
Meine Damen und Herren, vielen Dank für Ihre Aufmerksamkeit am heutigen Nachmittag. Vielen Dank an alle Teams, die wir heute im Finalstadion gesehen haben. Unser Dank geht an alle Zuschauer und wir freuen uns darauf, Sie morgen in den Einzelentscheidungen ab 9 Uhr wieder hier begrüßen zu dürfen.
So thank you to everybody who's joined us on the field today. We would like now to call our volunteers to the grandstand. So if you are a volunteer, we would like to see you in the grandstand for a giant team photo to celebrate all of your hard work. Thank you.
Zum Abschluss des Tages wünschen wir uns noch einmal alle Helfer, freiwilligen Helfer hier auf die große Tribüne für ein großes Foto. Bitte kommen Sie an die Tribüne.